all the credit in the world. They answered the bell. What you have to do to get to 8 wins, you have to get to 7 first, and they played extremely well in all facets of the game. I thought we were lucky to be tied 12 at the end of the first quarter, but we fought back through it, and then they executed the pick and the high ball screen as well as anybody we've played this year. We came off of Walker in the corner, and it was a team-wide thing. Whoever was next to her let her have probably 11 out of the 12 shots. She was probably wide open, and that's due to us not rotating or having to help on the pick and roll because we were beat inside. But give Walker a lot of credit, give Jordan Lewis credit, because Jordan Lewis should be a first-team All-SEC performer. That's what you do. You don't have to score. You have to find a way to get a W, and that's what Jordan Lewis did today, and she'll get my vote on the first-team All-SEC. Copeland was special tonight. I thought she did a great job. Their post players' hands were so good. They were getting the ball deep, and they were finishing deep, and we were getting the ball 8 feet from the basket. You make a couple, but then you miss too many because you're not getting near as deep as they are to score. Sometimes when you play each other for the second time, your kids, we've been playing so well. This game was lost on Monday at practice, and Tuesday's our day off, and we finished it off. It was about as bad of a practice that we could have on Wednesday after we had a very inspirational talk by a WNBA coach who's won 2 titles that came in here just to watch us work out. All of my players work out. And he gave a great motivational speech. And we laid an egg, and I must have laid an egg on my speech pregame, halftime, and our offense was not clicking. We shoot 36%, and I take full blame for that offensive production, but I still want to give Alabama so much credit for running their stuff and staying with their game plan and thoroughly got out-coached in this ball game. Questions?
Gary, the players mentioned practice too, but your veteran team, you worked, like you said, they played well to get here. Sluggish effort. How much of a concern is that going?
No, it's a huge concern. Sometimes it's about ego and reading press clippings, and instead of just going to work and getting the job done and being accountable. Starts with the head coach, and it filters on down to your captains and your team. You've got to learn how to be accountable in every situation. You cannot tune it up at 6 o'clock and think that the fans are going to rise to the occasion and get us through. The fans were trying. It was just one of those nights. When we cut it to 10 in the second half, I thought we had a chance. And what do? Come right back and give Walker shots. And not forcing enough turnovers. That's our press. We turned them over about 2 times in the press. We hadn't pressed much this year because generally we've been ahead. And we see how much we've got to work on end-of-game situations. So let's go to the drawing board, get ready for South Carolina.
I was going to say, you have a surging South Carolina team coming up and then SEC play. So how do you turn the tide as far as mentally? How do you let this game, the turnovers, everything go and get ready for next week?
I think too many people, probably including the coaches, we wanted to blame instead of learning how to adjust in game situations. I did a poor job. I thought my players did a poor job of making adjustments during the ball game and finding the easy person. When your outside shot is not going, find a way to get it inside, and it doesn't mean necessarily getting it into the post. Get it inside yourself and go to the offensive boards. We had 13, but they had 14. Give them credit. They kicked us on the boards the whole night, about like we've won the last 3 out of 4 games on the boards. But effort takes a lot of it. Game planning and scheming takes a lot out of it. So when we were shooting our jump shots, we had one person rebounding generally in the first half. And we had some nice shots. But sometimes when it's not your day, you've got to find other ways and make adjustments. But rebounding has to be a constant, and it was not tonight. You look at the same people that are rebounding and the same people who are not rebounding. Somewhere along the line, you've got to find a way to be accountable.
So did the team start relying on Carter, and then when she couldn't get hurt, when she was struggling as well, and she started settling for outside shots, was that kind of contagious, or, you know?
Sure it was. I think it was contagious in the first half when everybody thought they were going to catch up. I don't know how we tied them up to get to 12-12. We thought we'd be okay after that. We couldn't have played worse, and we were tied. But they started executing. They rotated the ball. They did a good job of waiting to us to make a mistake. And 2 for 9 from the 3. Now, I can't dissect this thing like Buzz can do, okay? I can't do that. But we didn't overshoot the 3. They were playing triangle and 2. They were playing a 2-3, and they were playing man. Everything that we had worked on. But we did not get the ball where we wanted to get the ball, and it doesn't mean always deep for the 5-player. It's all over the place. This was just a team-wide thing, starting with the head coach. And that's all it is. I can't apologize more, but I told our team before the game, we're going to stay out there and sign autographs. If they would have been 5,000 people, we would have stayed there and signed every one of them. Because our kids and me need to go look in the mirror first before we start finding blame game. Okay? And Alabama's your story. Alabama is your story. We've been resilient all year. And technically you could say, is that your only bad loss of the year? I don't think it was a bad loss. I think Alabama's that good. They've just had the hardest schedule in the league the first 7 games. And they went 1-7, I think, to start, but they went 1-7. Now they've been in every game since then. And their juniors and their junior ball club are living up to who they are.
Yeah,
So,
your seniors.
bad night. Bad night for us.